Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. So actually today is World Animal Day. So on this occasion we thought to have a live session with a few of the animal welfare activists, I can say. So before that, myself, I am Uday. I am from Hyderabad. I'm into tech, IT. So my idea is to bring all influencers into one platform, and where you guys can know each other, and I can facilitate you for different sessions. Okay, so I'm waiting for Pradeep Nair. So basically, this guy Pradeep Nair is somebody who is having 15 plus years of experience in IT, and I think he joined the call. Let me invite. So Pradeep is having 15 plus years of experience in IT, and he left his career from IT, and he joined working for animals, welfare. Okay, so I'll be inviting him to speak about different activities that he's doing currently. So we'll come to know what exactly they are. Actually, they are running an organization for animal welfare. Hi, Pradeep.
Yeah, hi. How are you, Uday?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. What's up?
Yeah, thanks for joining, man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So actually, as we have seen an article about Pradeep in one of the international magazine, international, news agency about their activities. Okay, these
Okay.
people are doing tremendous job for to rescue animals. Be it is an animal, dog, or even pig, or buffalo, or snakes, which we feel that which are dangerous for our lives. So they are rescuing every type of animal, and they are working for them. And last time when there was there was a cyclone in Kerala, I think. So at that time this team
Yes.
voluntarily went to Kerala to rescue all the animals which were stuck in the floods, right, Pradeep?
Yes, yes. It was
Yeah,
2018 where Kerala has faced a severe floods because
yeah,
excessive rains. So in
yeah.
2018 we were saving animals since many years, and suddenly in 2018 when Kerala was flooding, we thought like we'll do something there. So that's how we've been to Kerala and saved many animals in 2018 and 19 floods of Kerala. At the same
Yeah,
time, we have done flood relief in Hyderabad also in 2020 floods.
great, great.
Yes.
So, man, Pradeep, how your journey started actually, a little about your background and your family, and like, what made you to work for this particular community, animals, and every species on the earth, I can say. So,
Yes. Basically, from childhood itself, I love animals. I came from a small village town called Sattupalli. You know that because we
yeah,
both studied in same college. Yes.
yes.
So, so from that town, I used to have lots of animals around me, and so whenever I see any animal, like I used to go and play with them. And if they are like sick or injured, I used to do whatever treatment I could, like putting some haldi over or taking me to vet or something like that. That's how I started doing animal rescue from childhood itself. At the same time,
Okay.
my parents encouraged me a lot, saying that okay, this is how it should be done. They explained me what are the ways of how an animal should be, what is the freedom of an animal, what is the welfare of animal. So these things encouraged me and motivated me, but I was clueless what to do. But I just, I led a normal teenage life, going to college and all. It was not busy at that time. But when I came to Hyderabad, a city which I came to Hyderabad for a job purpose. So I was looking for jobs and I was doing freelancing work at that same time. So suddenly I saw an injured monkey which came to my apartment. So I wanted to do something, but it was a wild monkey and a very aggressive. So I
Oh,
couldn't directly go because I was not trained to do it. Then I was doing some search, and I found out there is an NGO called Blue Cross of Hyderabad. So I called them and they came and rescued the monkey. That actually inspired me a lot. Then
Wow.
I felt like, yes, there are groups who are actually saving animals. So I immediately went to Blue Cross on the next weekend. I signed up there as a volunteer, and I told them, if you need any help, just call me up. And slowly Blue Cross and PFA, I started joining all the NGOs in Hyderabad. So slowly these NGOs started calling me for rescue. So I used to have a lot of time because I was doing a freelance job at that time. So whenever I get a call, I used to go there and save the animal and take the animal to hospital. That's how my journey started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. And how do you feel? I think you worked in IT for about 15 years, and in MNCs, and the culture, the lifestyle, and everything is different when we are working in IT. And how do you feel when you moved completely away from IT and choosing this as a passion?
Yes, yes.
So
Basically, yes, I have done my BTech, so there is a lot of pressure from me, from the society, saying that yes, you have to do a job into IT firm. So I was doing all this, taking all this pressure. At the same time, I started my own business. I was running a small IT firm with 10 people, a small team with 10 people. We are doing web development and various projects. And I was partnered with my family members. It was running very better, but at the same time I was becoming active in animal welfare also. So at one point there was a stage called I couldn't balance both the boats. I was stepping on both boats. Okay, there was a question whether
yeah.
to leave one thing, because IT is my profession. Though it's my passion, I love doing I love programming, I love working on the computers. I used to love a lot. I used to write my own programs and all. At the same time I had a greater passion, that is animal welfare. So there was a question for me in front of me, like choose one area, and there are many suggestions. People say that okay, go into IT, get settled, and later once you are at the retirement, you can do a lot of stuff. But at that moment, I
Yeah.
felt like yeah. But at that time, I felt like, see, retirement is long way, but I wanted to do
True.
something right now. So I felt like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a right time. That is my call. So I quit my IT profession, and I was in 2018. Once we started doing rescues at a major level, national level, we formed a group called Animal Warriors India at that time. Then I
Okay.
started. Then we have around 20-25 people joined together, and I was leading all the teams. There is a similar comparison. I was leading the team just like a corporate style. I was a team leader
Okay.
at my company. So I was running the same thing. So
Okay.
I didn't feel any difference in that. Okay. I was like executing a program that is saving an animal. That is my execution. So I was doing this project
Okay.
called animal welfare. So I felt very happy that I was not going beyond this. So I got a very good team. So in 2019, we got registered as Animal Warriors Conservation Society. Since then, we
Okay.
are doing under the banner of Animal Warriors Conservation Society. Yes.
Okay. Great. And when you left your IT, career, and when you started this as an NGO, so how much
Yeah.
funds are, how about your income sources, and
Yes, that
all major challenges?
that is a major challenge. I feel like in India or in anywhere in the world, financial support is becoming a big and major challenge for anyone who want to do service. Okay, but
Yeah.
what we wanted to do is, we don't want to see. I don't want to put a big shelter. Let's say, imagine I lease out a 5 to 10 acre of land and bring lots of animals input inside.
Mhm.
For 1-2 months I can run it, but after that it will be beyond my hands. And if I'm unable to support it financially, I'm going to suffer a lot of animals there. So we
Yeah.
changed our plan. So our focus was completely into disaster management, and our focus was completely into conservation of nature, which doesn't need a lot of financials at starting. But now we are at a stage that we are spending more than 1 lakh per month. We are
Wow.
we are rolling more than 1 lakh per month. So luckily, friends around me are supporting, and there are good well-wishers who are supporting. And myself, I'm doing some projects. Whenever I get project, like say, I do a website for say 30-40K, I get money, something like
Wow.
that. I can put it directly. Luckily, I got a good life partner who is supporting me in this. So, so that's not a big trouble for me anymore. Okay. But still
Seriously.
we need to go a lot. Yeah, man, we need to go a lot. We need to have lots and more funds. We are trying to approach right now. I'm happy to announce through your platform that Animal Warriors Conservation Society got ATG now. Last week only we got ATG, so we are tax
Wow. So
exempt.
yeah, so
We
you're
are
tax exempt. Okay.
exempted NGO. So anybody who is willing to donate can get a tax exempt certificate from us. So that is also a big step for us. Yeah,
Wow.
hopefully things will get better. Yeah.
Yeah. And how about your life partner? Is she's also, having this kind of interest, or she's from a different background?
She is interested because I found her. She was a member of our team. So
Wow.
actually, basically my parents were searching for a girl, and at one point I told like, see, I need a girl who is an animal lover because I can't bear if I bring a snake at home at late night and she may kick me out. I don't want to go through that. And they said like, okay, it's up to your choice. Find a girl of your choice. Luckily, I found a girl from my team. She is having similar interests and she's more active than me. She's ready to
Wow.
get into wells, do whatever rescues if I'm there. So she's very
Great.
supportive, and that's how it got connected. I'm that was the biggest achievement I can say.
True.
If not, I wouldn't be leading a peaceful life doing this service. Nah? That is the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Pradeep, in ACWS, right? It's animal
AWCS. AWCS.
AWCS. Yeah.
Animal
Okay.
Warriors Conservation Society, because we are
Okay.
not only limited to animals.
Okay.
We felt like there is a greater goal, because we need to address the global problem, like that is global warming and climate change, and we need
Okay.
to bring that into picture in Indian contrast, because many in India were not able to understand what is global warming, what is climate change at the ground level. So we want to
True.
work a lot on that. So that's why we registered as a conservation society. We are doing a lot of conservation efforts, like by cleaning lakes in urban cities and cleaning beaches. We are addressing the plastic pollution on the coastal area. At the
Wow.
same time, we are addressing the habitat restoration. So we are working on different major projects where we are focusing towards. Animal welfare is one part and conservation is one part. Yeah. Actually, we have
Yeah.
three areas. One is awareness also. So I can
Okay.
consider this as an awareness. We work on three areas: like conservation, rescue, and awareness. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you are also working on different activities to bring awareness among people, right?
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we have a campaigns where say no to manja, where manja is a Chinese material which is being
Yeah.
destroying the lot of wildlife and nature in India. So we are counseling people. We are telling youngsters not to use manja, but use authentic desi strings to fly manja kites. Not to use any non-biodegradable, which is harmful to the nature, and it's harmful for humans also. So that is also
Humans.
one campaign. Yeah, and we are
True.
working against the plastic pollution, and many other projects we are working on like that. Yeah.
Great. So actually, when you said, manja, it's also, dangerous for humans. I have an example. One of my neighbor, while he was working, he could not notice that there is a manja. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it made a small cut here. Okay. So
Yo, it's
luckily,
very dangerous.
it was not a major. Yeah. So
But it was
that's
very
true.
dangerous. Even I had a manja which got stuck around my eye when I was driving very fast on a rescue. There was a manja
Oh,
on the flyover. We couldn't see, and luckily I was wearing a helmet. But my
yeah.
glass was up, and manja got cut almost near to my eye. But I held with my hand, and my hand got cut. So that was a
Okay.
major impact. There are
Yeah.
so much of manja fly being discarded irresponsibly around the nature and climate, which is very harmful for animals. We save around 1,000 animals per year. So many birds get
Wow.
entangled in this manja and they die because many a times many people don't even notice because they get entangled on high branches. So many thousands of animals are dying. At the same
Yeah.
time, many kids are getting injured very badly. There are even fatalities of humans by manja also. So it should be, there is a complete ban in 2015 only that there should not be any sale or usage of manja in India. But there is an
Oh,
illegal market which still is going on. So we need to fight on that also. So,
okay.
so we believe that education changes everything. So we started promoting, saying that don't use manja, use other kite strings. In
True.
in we go to some communities and we distribute threads also, biodegradable threads before manja season, so that
Oh,
kids don't need to buy manja. That's
by
how we.
manja. Yeah.
Yes, like
Great,
that.
great. So technically, it means manja is illegal in India.
Yes, yes, it is illegal. There is a carpet ban in India. There's a complete ban by National Green Tribunal saying that you
Hmm.
can't sell, buy, use, or stock it anywhere.
Oh,
It's an illegal product. Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And actually, when you said, you rescued snakes and you bring to your home, did you gone through any training process or something? Because snakes or, rescuing dog is different and,
Yes.
rescuing,
Yes.
yeah. So how you handle basically?
Basically, see what I believe is every animal need have their own respect zone. Saying that for any animal there is a flight and fight zone. Okay, we should respect that area. So we can't say if you see a puppy on road you can directly go and pick it up. But at the same time, if
Hmm.
you see a snake, you directly can't go and pick it up because snake is
Yeah.
different. So every animal, you need to study the psychology of an animal before handling it. Tomorrow if there
Hmm.
is a tiger coming in front of us, we need to know how to do it. So we need to
Yeah.
understand the limitation. We can't just compare saying that I'm an animal rescuer, I can handle any animal. That is one overconfident many people get injured often. So
Yeah.
my idea is always respect the animal and get
Yeah.
trained. So I was a member
Okay.
of Friends of Snake Society in Hyderabad. I registered there as a member and I got proper training how to handle wildlife also. At the same time, I was in Kerala, which I had an opportunity to save different kinds of animals. We have saved elephants, we have saved porcupines, jungle cats, and many other species which I could save in Kerala. In
Okay.
urban areas like in cities and all, we have very limited wildlife where we have monitor lizards, snakes, and all. So years of experience has trained us how to handle them with minimum stress, and how to report how to report it to the department, and how to save these animals with the help of forest department. And we do everything in respect of the law. So that is one
Oh,
important. You can't just go and save the animal and keep the animal in your house. We have to
yeah.
report and we have to respect, because you can't even translocate one animal from other location without that is illegal in India. So
Oh,
we need to report everything. That is law. So we need to report forest department. With their support, we need to see whether it is a threat to humans, whether it should be relocated to nearby location, and whether it's a threat to the animal itself. So we need to understand. You can't release a, say you found some snake and you can't release in a lake, because that animal and may not survive in that location. So we need to
in that
understand
location.
the ecosystem also. So it's a lot of
Oh,
science behind wildlife. For animals, it's more of emotions. For stray animals, it's more of emotions. For wild animals, it's more of science. So that is very
oh,
important. Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
great. And I think,
Yes.
there is, we have a request to join, I think, list. Yeah. We know
Yes.
photograph something,
Yes.
we know photographer. Let me see if I can add him. Okay.
Yeah, please. Who is
And
that?
Pradeep, yeah, Binu was there, but he left actually, He
Okay. Okay.
requested to, yeah, yeah. Okay. And so actually, Pradeep, again, when it comes to these, manja or, animals, and there is a controversy as well. Okay.
Yes.
So I think,
Yes. Yes.
when it comes to the festival and so, to religious activities. So how exactly you guys work?
Yeah, people, I feel like, see, festivals are very important for Indian culture. I believe that. But
Yeah.
if you see, we, uh, if you see olden days, if you are so ritual, I say I'm very ritual, because if I go to Kerala, I go to a temple in Kerala, I don't wear jeans. It is illegal. It is not allowed to
Yeah.
wear a jeans in a temple, right? So I had to wear
Yeah.
dhoti. So
Yeah.
I will wear that dhoti. I will follow the protocol. It's not like that.
Oh,
Say I'm comfortable in jeans, so I will wear a jeans into the temple, right? Similarly, when there is a what we say industrialization has developed, the festivals are being benefited by many other. See,
oh,
kite festival is in Indian festival, but the product which is used is Chinese. Okay, which is coming
Chinese.
from other country.
True.
So people has ignored the Indian style of festival. So it's not
Celebration.
about. So it is it is beyond the culture now. It is beyond.
True.
When you are addressing manja, it is nothing related to culture or rituals or festival. It is about
Yeah.
using a product which is non-biodegradable, which is illegal and which is harmful for the humans. So
Yeah.
no conservationist will say don't celebrate a festival, but celebrate in a proper way. That is what we say. Say
Yeah.
imagine we say uh, at the same time I'll say in earlier days we used to they in Kaya on Sankranti and all. If you see, I remember when I was kid, hardly we used to fly kites for 1 or 2 days. Okay,
True.
but nowadays it's a big market, you know. So nowadays
True.
from December
Yeah.
itself, people start buying kites, and it
Yeah.
happens till March. So they
True.
are expanding. The market has expanded, and they have
Expanding.
lots and lots of non-biodegradable material imported from other countries, and they've been using this, and this being discarded into nature. You know that is very dangerous. So we need
True.
to understand because I believe that say in Hindu culture we respect all the animals. We respect all kinds of nature. At the same time, the Dashavatara itself is saying evolution of animals, right? So we need
True.
to understand these are benefiting us. So we need to get benefited from them. So we need to be benefitable for the animal. It's not like we
Yeah.
should exploit them in whatever ways we can. The lakes are
Yeah.
important. Water bodies are very important. Ganga doesn't mean only the Ganga river. It is everywhere, right? The water is
Everywhere.
everywhere. So we should
Yeah.
respect all the lakes. Importantly, let's not pollute the lakes. Let's not put all the garbage or dump all the plastic into the lakes because it's becoming a threat to the. Our elders have clearly mentioned you have to respect lake. That's why it's Ganga is a god. You have to respect
Yeah.
tree. The tree is a god. You know that's why
True.
we should respect them in a different way. Yeah, that's
True.
as an animal lover, as a nature lover, we always see a divine importance for all the all animals and all species and every living being on the earth. So that is very important for us. So that's how we started respecting it and started saving them in whatever we can. So we never go beyond any religious sentiments. We always respect the religious sentiments. At the same time, we always say better to use a non-biodegradable material, which is very safe for our own. It's Indian. I'm
Around.
saying we have to save our own climate. We have to save, we have to protect our own water bodies. No other country can help in that, you know.
Okay.
If a lake in Hyderabad is being polluted, it's our own property. It's not some other,
Yes.
it's not Chinese lake. It is not American's lake or Pakistan's lake, right? It's our lake.
Yeah.
So we should
Yeah.
respect that and protect. So we are not going beyond Hindu or Indian sentiments there. That is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that is
usually it
very
happens.
sensitive topic. Sensitive topic.
Yeah.
So I'm not beyond anyone's sentiments. Yeah.
And actually, this is not just for us, for the next generations also, what we are going to give, what we are going to
Yes.
live. Should not be,
Exactly.
the earth with, full of trash or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
True.
True. It's
And
very
yeah,
important. Yeah.
yeah. And how much, consumption of chicken or, non-vegetarians as per you, or because, nowadays, as you said, everything became commercial. Okay.
Yes.
Now to make, the growth of chicken and everything, they are using some injection and, their poultry itself
Exactly.
became a, yeah. So
Exactly.
what is your,
See, exploitation of health is also happening at the same time when there is a lot of demand. So there's a lot of
yeah,
demand. They need say imagine naturally if you in olden days and when we are young, not even olden like 20 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago, in villages they used to raise chicken. Okay, all the chicken, the hens will be roaming around their houses. They eat naturally what they get, and they will be
Yes.
very healthy. And people consume them. When they consume them, okay, they get in a month or so, they kill one chicken which they have. Okay, so every household they may eat only one time per month. I don't
Yeah.
remember they used to eat weekly also. Nowadays,
Yeah.
nowadays it's becoming people are eating too much of non-veg because it's easily available. Because that clearly mentions there is a lot of demand. Okay, when there is a lot of demand, market should provide the demand, right? They should match the demand and supply.
Yes.
So lots of medicines have been being given to these animals for a sudden growth. Say in the all the white hens which you see in the markets, and hardly they may grow within 30-40 days. It's all because a lot of medicines is being implemented and illegal breeding is being done. So all these are impacting the human life only. So
True.
what I suggest is, if you are a non-vegetarian, I'm not saying that stop eating non-veg at this spot, because you can become a vegetarian, which is important for nature. But if you are not able to control the what we say,
Consumption or emotions.
consumption of
Knowledge.
non-vegetarian, at least reduce
Yeah.
the consumption. You don't
Yeah.
need to quit it. You at least
Yeah.
reduce it. Say if you are
Yeah.
eating weekly once, make it once in twice 2 weeks, or at least once in month or so. So when the
True.
reduction of consumption happens, it will actually benefit nature and planet Earth. It is
Yes.
very
Yes.
important. Yeah, and
Yeah. And
everybody
that's
knows that because of non-vegetarians, the lot of not because of the production of non-veg like chicken or poultry or goat or anything, it releases a lot of green gases, and it releases a lot of it actually consumes a lot of water. It consumes a lot of
yeah.
water and land space. So that is again a big chapter which is very sensitive to few people. So I don't want to comment on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, Pradeep, what is your team says currently, and what are the different locations that you are working, and how you are
So
expanding?
yes. Currently, we are 20 plus people. So most of our team are like students, and either IT employees or students only. So
Okay.
due to pandemic, we are facing issues of the team size, because most of the people are out of Hyderabad. They are working from their homes in different states, and many students are busy with their exams, online exams and all. But we are a 20 plus team. So currently we have a team which is operating in Telangana, that is in Hyderabad, and Andhra Pradesh, that is in Vizag, and we have a team in Kerala also. So we have
Oh,
very small teams in these areas. Saving, we are trying to expand more. So slowly we'll cover up the whole coastal area. So whenever there is a disaster, immediately our team will go there and save the animals from disasters.
yeah.
Yes, that is very
That's
important.
actually difficult. And do you think
Yeah.
any governments have any plan for these animals when there is a disaster? Of course, uh, for humans itself, it's tough. Yeah, but do governments really care about animals when any disaster comes?
See, for I believe that for every living being, for every human, human life is priority. Okay, so for
Yeah,
any NGO, even when we are doing a
that's
flood relief, there are 10 animals stuck in somewhere, and one guy fell into the lake. We should
hmm.
focus on the human life. So
That
our 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 priorities are on human life. Okay, so
yeah,
government should first focus on human life only, that we accept. At the same time, see, most of the animals, not humans, non-human animals, can actually swim better than humans. Okay, so when there is a disaster, a small thing, say just many people they don't know, they tie their animals like either cattle or pets. They tie their pets, and suddenly flood water comes. The cow, she can't swim away because she's tied up.
tied up.
So
True.
if this farmer is already noticed by the government authorities saying that during floods, just release your animals so that they can save themselves. If there is a proper system like that, for a proper warning system or a preparedness for disasters, many animals can be saved. You don't need to directly send boats and bring the animals out. They can swim better, they can save themselves. Only thing is you have to warn the people, we have to train people how to manage the animals before in the floods, because we believe even the animals are property of a farmer. Okay, if a farmer
Yeah.
loses a couple of cattle in the floods, it's a loss for his livelihood also. So even
Mm.
government should take serious about that, and should add animal welfare also in the preparedness of disasters. Many governments are doing that. When we were in Kerala, when we were in Hyderabad doing the flood relief, the government authorities were very helpful. DRF were very helpful. Even animal husbandry was very helpful. They have given their land to temporary shelters for all the animals which we saved from the floods. It was amazing. The response from the government is amazing. Slowly it changes. Slowly it is.
Yeah.
Many NGOs are working towards that to include animals also in the disaster management. Yes.
Mm. And actually, you mentioned that, animals can swim and they can swim better. So, how do they do actually, because for example, let's take a dog is there. Okay. It never
Yeah.
been to water. So how come it can swim?
That
Being
is
human, I have been trying from 2 weeks to learn swimming. Okay. But still I could not. So,
exactly, exactly. So that is where we always believe that humans are better than animals in many things, but animals have instincts. Animals have
okay.
the instincts which are very survival instincts, which are very strong in them. So
Oh.
imagine suddenly a water comes and they know how to swim better. Okay. But humans,
Hmm.
we are scared of too much things. So that's why even humans can swim. You have seen many videos like just born babies. If you put the just born baby, like 1 month baby in the water, he will be floating. He will be doing this water yoga. He will be
Oh.
floating actually. So humans also can. We have buoyancy. We have skills to swim, get out of water and all. But too much input say that you will die because of water. You will die because of suffocation. Water will enter into lungs. Too much of knowledge, it actually overtakes our instincts. So that is very thing. Even I don't know how to swim. I honestly say, I'm
Okay.
not a very good swimmer. Also, I'm very scared of water. But we
Oh,
need to work on this. But still, I'm learning swimming and taking suggestions from experts. But
okay.
animals, I believe that they have lots and lots of knowledge in how to survive.
Hmm.
Suddenly, if there is a fire in the house, they know how to escape that fire. Many
Oh,
animals, they know how to escape the fire also. If suddenly, even forest fire, many animals try to run away, but they don't have knowledge of like humans. They don't know where they are running, but they know how to run. But they
okay.
may not know where they are running. They may head
Yeah.
directly into the fires also, forest fires.
Yeah.
Similarly, in water rescues, if you see, many animals, when there is a flood, they can float on the water and they may try to swim back to the banks until unless they are exhausted too much.
Hmm.
That is also very important. If they are too much exhausted, there will be fatalities. It's not that all the animals will survive, but there will be fatalities. But what I say is, if you see animal fly, many people they try to jump into water and try to save an animal directly. So
Hmm.
that is very very dangerous situations. You have to assess
Okay.
whether and try to take proper precautions before entering into water and bring the animal out. That is very important. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We
And
have
actually,
seen. We have seen when we are in. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
In Kerala, a situation where we have saved around 470 animals or so in 10 days of period. We have seen,
470.
yeah, we have seen
Wow.
too many animals, how they survived in that flood waters. There was one dog which was sitting on a small stone for almost 2 to 3 days.
Oh,
The whole area was underwater. She's just sitting in the small stone because she wants to keep himself dry. She doesn't want the animal doesn't want to get into water. So somehow she is drinking the same water and sitting on the small stone. She knows how to survive. So after three
okay.
days, when we are allowed to go there, when we saw the animal is very weak, immediately we rescued the animal. Have given fluids and given food and all. We have seen many such studies. There was unfortunate incident. We have seen a lab dog they were actually it was chained. It broke the chain and tried to get into water, and this broken chain got entangled in a tree, small tree, and she died there. So that was very
Oh,
stupidity. If there is no chain on the animal, she would have swam into a better location and saved. So there are
yeah,
many heartbreaking situations and inspiring situations in such things. What I
yeah,
believe is they have all the instincts, they have all the skills to survive. Only thing is they need a little bit push from humans so that they can easily survive themselves. Yeah, most of the animals are dying just because of man-made disasters, like the plastic waste
yeah,
which we dump. They can't escape that. We have seen many dogs in Hyderabad whose head is stuck in a plastic container. They don't know how to
yeah.
take the container out. They know how to swim, but they don't know how to take the container out.
Take it.
So that is unnatural event which happens to an animal. So they can't save themselves. So that's where we come part. So we rescue or save those kind of animals. Yes,
Okay.
mostly man-made disasters. Yes.
Yeah. And actually, in water, when we see, sometimes we see few snakes, okay, going in water. So are they dangerous, or, can they bite when they are in water? Because most of the times I myself get scared when I see water, or when I want to step into water, what if there is a snake and what if it
Yes.
bites
Yes.
me? So,
See, there are two types of explanation in that. One is like India got around 300 types of animals, okay? 300 types of snakes.
hmm,
300 different, 300 plus, 270 plus, something like that, types of snakes in India. In that,
okay,
hardly 15 to 20 types of are venomous, which are very harmful for animals. Sorry, humans. Rest all are non-venomous. They bite,
oh,
nothing will happen. But this knowledge, many people doesn't know about this. So whenever, no matter which snake it bites someone who doesn't know anything, it's a dangerous for that human being. Recently, the couple of days ago, I got to know that one person died just because a snake got coiled to his leg. It didn't even bite him. It
oh,
coiled his leg and it died because of the shock. So that is
oh,
that is very important. People to realize that any snake bite in India is having a proper medical treatment. So it is not an immediate death. So even if something bites you, you can have to go to hospital immediately. So that is one
oh,
thing. And second explanation is, see, there are types of snakes. One, it can be, there are few snakes which survive in water. So they hunt fish only. And there are, in flood situations, most of the snakes will get flushed into
yeah,
the water because they don't know
water,
where to
yeah,
live, right? For these kind of situations, you need to understand, in the first situation where water snakes who survive in water, they will be searching for food. So for you, it's not, for the snake,
okay,
you are not a food. So one
okay,
thing, they'll try to avoid you. Similarly, in flood situation, the animal wants to find a dry place or to catch something so she doesn't flush away. So if you are
hmm,
walking in the floods and suddenly a snake comes, there is a chance the snake may entangle you, or there is a chance the snake may run away also from you.
yeah,
So you always have to be very careful while walking in water. I would recommend that. And there are no way. In general, if it is not flooded area, if you're just going through a lake or something, you will find normal water snakes. We call near kata and all, right? They are not very dangerous
yeah,
though. But I would highly recommend for a person who doesn't know much about snakes, every snake is same for him. Even it's a cobra, even if it's a non-venomous snake, for him it is same. So better don't enter into wild areas blindly. Okay,
hmm,
don't walk in forest blindly. Don't get into water blindly. If you are
yeah,
scared of snakes or anything, just be in
yeah,
your own conscious. Take a stick and walk. Make some sound while you
hmm.
are walking, so that you don't get encountered with a snake like that. Yeah.
And actually, Pradeep, I have, came across, few, in stories. Okay, so people says that if we have this plant at home, snakes won't come. Is it real, or is it,
No, man,
supposed
nothing like that. There are too much of exploitation of people's beliefs and myths.
psychology?
The psychology mainly. The people say that you put some medicine, snakes won't come. And there are some pest controls who are promoting that if you put this medicine, snakes won't come. These are all
Oh,
fake. Okay.
okay.
But if you see in olden days, if you might have observed, uh, in olden days in our houses, our olden people, they used to put keep the
Some plan.
surroundings very clear. They will be at least
Okay.
5 feet from the house. There won't be any trees or bushes around the house. They put
Yeah.
cow dung mixed in the water. They used to spray this around the wall so that the land is very strong, very hard. There won't be any grass growing around our house, at least for 4 to 5 feet. This is just
Okay.
to this is just
Protect.
to protect our houses, so there is no bushy area in our house, so that the snakes won't sneak in without our
Attention.
without we
No. Yeah.
seeing
I
it,
think.
without
Yeah.
attention. And at the same time, this will repel the rodents or frogs. The
Hmm.
frogs or rodents like rats and bandicoots, they won't come into our house. Whenever rodents or frogs come into our house, snakes will follow them because they are their food source, right? So the
Yeah.
only logic behind avoiding snakes in your house is to keep rodents and frogs or lizards away from your house. Just keep your
Okay.
house clean. Don't put all the debris around the house. So let it be very clean so that snakes won't enter in you. But don't fall into
Yeah.
the prey of all the marketing saying that you put this medicine. It's all fake. All fake. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And again, nowadays there is a culture, especially, in Hyderabad outskirts or, in villages as well, Indian monitor lizard, which we call Udumu. So, that became a, trading object for, food, food lifestyle, we can say. So what are your comments on that one? What do you feel about it?
Yes, yes. See, that is Indian monitor lizard as becoming delicacy. There are many wildlife species people are trying to enjoy the meat, but actually people need to understand killing a Indian monitor lizard is equal to killing a tiger. It is Schedule 1
Oh,
species. Okay, so if someone catch you eating a Indian monitor lizard, eating a monitor lizard in India, they will just put a jail term will be around 7 years, and they will put a fine around 1 lakh or 1 lakh to 3 4 lakhs. So it is very
oh,
dangerous, and because these are very sensitive species, we need these monitor lizards. See, first of all, in India, we should respect the law. Okay, we can't just go beyond law. You can't just
true.
go and roam around the city and park your car in center of the traffic and just
City.
walk in out, right? There are
No.
protocols. Similarly, for food consumption also, we have different laws. We have FSSI, food safety and standards for India. At the same time, we have different laws saying that you are allowed to eat only these kind of meat, and rest all the wildlife species are protected for the nature, for the importance of nature. That means
Hmm.
for the importance of the nature means importance of humans only. So you
Yeah.
blindly can't go and eat everything. There are countries which eat everything and they are facing a lot of consequences nowadays. And because
True.
too much of wet market happens, all this wet market brings a lot of viruses. When you are involved directly with wild animals, there will be a lot of exchange of viruses among both of the species, like humans and we don't know what monitor lizard will be regularly carrying, right? It may have a bacteria, it may have a virus in it. And if you are eating that virus, it can. And you may spread some virus to the wild animals.
Other.
And these wild animals can spread to all over the world. So that is very important. Let the wild animals be safe in their own habitat. Let's not go and fall into the trap by buying this meat. Let's not encourage, because all the wildlife species are treasures of India. It's a nation's what we say resources. So we can't let
Resources.
anyone exploit these resources. We should respect the resources. We should save them.
Yeah.
We should protect them, because every living being in the world, they have a specific reason to survive. They say, imagine, uh, snakes are there to control the population of rodents. Why we protect snakes? Why there are in Hindu mythology, why snakes are being treated as gods? Because of snakes, the population of rodents will be very less. So when there is a population
Okay.
reduction happening, of the rodents is very less, it means we are getting a lot of paddy food source, which is being actually
Yeah.
crop. When there is a huge bunch of rodents come into a crop, they'll just explode their population and they'll try to destroy the whole crops. So we won't get anything to.
Mm.
So the only
Yeah.
nature's best way are snakes. So we should respect the snakes. Similarly, to
Yeah.
control the snakes, we have snake-eating animals we have short-toed snake eagle, which only eats snakes. We have king cobra, which is also a snake which only eats snakes. So it's a
Oh,
cycle. So we need to understand this cycle is very important to run smoothly. Then only human
yeah.
life we can happily thrive in the nature. If not, we'll face a
Yeah.
lot of issues in future. Yeah,
Yeah.
already many animals are being extinct. So we are facing a lot of problems now. Many wildlife species are extinct. So slowly we'll face this. Already we are in a place where we can't revive back the earth, but at least we can
Yeah.
stop it is being too exploited more. So that is
Mm.
there is no going back, but at least we can control the
Control the future.
impact, the damage. Yeah,
True. True.
that is very
And
important.
how about dogs? And nowadays, this became again a trade actually.
Yes.
So what are your views about it?
Oh, you mean the pet trade, right?
Pet trade and dogs crossbreeding, and
Yeah,
importing all this.
that is very important. See, first thing is like many people in India, even if you go to a village, they are so much attracted to fancy items. They want a fancy animal in their house, but they
Yeah.
don't understand the science behind an animal. You can't bring a husky and put it in a humid area like this, because huskies are Siberian husky means it's a dog which is born and brought up genetically in Siberia. It's a cold country.
Okay.
India is a
Oh.
humid country. India is a hot country. So you can't bring this animal and breed here. They will die anyhow. They will die within young age. They will die if you don't
Mm.
put them in always in AC. If you can't afford an
Mm.
AC 24/7, they'll die because of their body is made to
Body.
control they generate temperature in cold climate. But if in a humid area,
Mm.
they will have a lot of fat in them. They have double coated of hair. They can't survive in this. So people are buying them blindly. They are spending lakhs and lakhs of money, and they're buying them. And let's say, imagine after a couple of years, they can't sustain too much of heat, or they can't sustain too much of whatever food we provide. They'll die, unfortunately. So that's a
Oh.
loss for the person also. It's an emotional loss, and it's a financial loss for the person.
Yeah.
At the same time, what I believe there, because of too
Yeah.
much of
Somebody from Saint Bernard as well. Somebody
yeah,
commented about Saint Bernard as well. Yeah.
sorry, yeah, Saint
Saint
Bernard,
Bernard.
all species except Indian dogs, except the dogs which are on streets, and there are 9 Indian dogs breeds. 9 to 13 Indian dogs are being recognized. All the animals are foreign breeds only. They can't survive in India until unless you provide all the facilities. Okay. So there is one more bad thing happening nowadays. Just because too much of demand for animals, uh, pet industry as becoming pet industry is also being becoming a black market, where many species are being bred in backyard breeding. So imagine you can go and buy chihuahuas from any poor community, because they will be breeding chihuahuas. There will be huskies sold in areas which even you can't expect the husky will be there. People are
Hmm.
getting this say they got a chihuahua, they try to breed in their own house, which is illegal again in India,
Oh.
and they keep selling this. What they do is, say, imagine if there is a Labrador dog. She gave birth to 10 puppies. In 10 puppies there will be male puppies, female puppies also. So what they do is they keep one male puppy with them. They'll give all the 9 puppies
Female.
to adoptions, and they'll try to mate this male puppy with its mother only,
Oh
which is
God.
which is
Oh.
horrible to imagine emotionally.
Yeah.
In genetically, if you see, they are having the same lineage of blood. same
Yeah.
family are being mated again and again. So that is why nowadays you see there are a lot of kidney failures for pet dogs. There are a lot of blood change need to be done. There's a lot of dialysis need to be done. People are investing. Cataracts come at very young age. Imagine a
Oh.
dog getting a cataract in just 2 years of old. I've seen dogs, German shepherds, which are having kidney failures in just 1 or 2 years old. They have liver
Huh.
issues, they have liver abscesses, so much of medical. And people don't know, they buy from these unauthorized people, and later after 1 year, they get attached to these animals, and suddenly the animal gets sick, and they spend
Yeah.
lakhs of rupees to just
Okay.
recover the animal back. They
Oh
can't
God.
recover it back because it's a genetical disorder. People don't understand that. So I always say, if you want to buy an animal, buy from only registered breeders who are registered under KCI, who are respecting the law. There are pet shop rules in India saying that you can't breed an animal, you can't sell an animal after 60 days, before 60 days. You can't put an animal in a cage and show it for display. You can't breed an animal without registration. You can't breed an animal with the same family. There are many rules like that. Okay. You have to, people should buy only these kind of animals. And I highly recommend, why to waste money? There are hundreds of dogs on roads. They are
Yeah.
equally. See, there is no difference between two dogs. Okay, they are both same. Only difference is there, either there by fur or body shape or something. But the
That's
behavior will be same. And Indian dogs are more stronger. They are susceptible to the climate in India. Even, did you ever imagine, you have a lab? Okay, generally I'm saying, did you suddenly, if your lab dog, did you ever give drainage water to your dog to drink? No, because we feel that our pet will get sick, right? But
yes.
imagine on the roadside, you see Indian dogs, they drink water from drainage and they survive.
Yes.
They are so strong, their immunity level is so strong. So they,
Yeah.
I'm sure they will survive for 14 years. If you just adopt a dog, you are doing a service there. You are saving an animal, bringing an into your house, and it will be there for next 14 years. And it is zero maintenance. You don't need to spend a lot of money for medical expense. They will eat
Yeah.
whatever you eat. You give curd rice, they will eat. You will you give pulihora also, they will eat, but nothing will happen. But for a lab or a breed which you are buying, you have to only feed Royal Canin. You have to eat pedigree. Pedigree, 10 kg bag, it is around 2000 rupees. Every month they keep feeding them, and every year she will either have a hair fall, or you have to take it to hospital for a kidney failure or liver failure, dialysis and all. It's a big headache. So never buy a breed from breeders until you are capable of. If you have a
Okay.
capacity of running AC under 19 degrees for 24 hours, buy a Siberian Husky. I would say that. If not, don't buy it. There is no meaning in buying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you can't you can't buy a rocket and keep in your house. You can't buy a aeroplane and keep in your house, right? You have your own limit. I am only happy that I can afford petrol in that. That's all. You don't need to go and buy a flight. It is almost people are buying though, but I'm saying only
Just a minute.
capable people can buy that. There are many people
Hmm.
who are breeds and torturing them. Yeah, I can definitely
There
say
is a
that.
distraction, Pradeep. Okay. And Pradeep, when you said, from authorized, breeders or something. So is there any, authorizing body, government of India or, any private, any society
Yes,
which will
yes.
authorize these
See,
things,
there is
basically?
a very famous authorized body in India. Yeah, there is one body like that which we can trust. Just a second, yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
one body which is very famous in India. That is Kennel Club of India. Kennel
Okay.
Club of India. They, if one breeder is getting approved from these kennel clubs, or it can be any, but thing, if they are very infamous breeders, they need to have a lot of they have to follow a lot of protocols to get registered. Okay, they will show the lineage. They know which breed and what food what type of how the breeding is done, how the mating is done, is there any orders and all, they'll register. Everything will be recorded.
Okay.
People
Okay.
whoever registered in these clubs, or at least they are, and every breeder should be registered with government of India under GH or municipality. It depends
Okay.
upon the state. So
Okay.
only whenever you are going to buy, uh, you have to ask these of documents, and if they are having these documents, then only buy it. If not, you are just wasting your money. Yes, many people say, I bought a dog from a local breeder and is fine. My dog is fine. There are positives also. People get with lesser, cheaper price. But I would say slowly it is going to change because a lot of breeding is happening in India. Next 10 years, there will be more genetic disorders for pet dogs. There will be a lot of issues in the future also because we are seeing lots of cases nowadays. Okay, so too many cases nowadays. A veterinary can comment on this. Better to buy animals from other breeders only. Don't just go and blindly uh, because we
Okay.
have many cases where the breeders keep their dogs in small cages. They just use this animal machine. They breed and breed. Then the puppies sell. At old age, the animal will have uterus cancer because of too much of breeding. They dump in their nearby forest and dump in the lake.
Okay.
I, we had a similar dog who is dumped in the lake. She was her spine was broken because of breeding. Can't walk anymore. So got her adopted, and now she's fine. So there are many cases happening. So let's not on World Animal Day. I'm saying that let's be part of cruelty like that. Let's
Yeah.
be let's be humane. That is a word called humane. Humane compassion.
Pradeep, your voice is distracting. I don't know. There is, some kind of distraction in your voice.
Now is it clear?
Yeah, I think now it's clear. Yeah,
Yes, yes, man.
go ahead. Yeah. And I was having one more question. Just a minute. Yeah. So, do you feel, how good India when it compares to other countries about, animal welfare or all these activities?
See, you know that India is the first country and only country to have a board exclusively for the welfare of animals. That is Animal Welfare Board of India. So that
Wow.
is the first country in the whole world to have a board like that. Just to
Wow.
monitor what is happening cruelty. Because India, a country like India, is so much dependent on animals. Every
True.
farmer need animals. Nowadays not, but in
True.
olden days, every farmer used to have animals in their households. Every living being, every Indian used to have dependent. People who are dwelling around the forest, they used to have lots and lots of dogs in their households just to protect them from
Mhm.
the wild animals. So
Yeah.
so there is too much of people dependent on animals. There is a chance that people may exploit the animals. That's why there is a board called Animal Welfare Board of India, who used to monitor what is happening in India. Who they passed a law called Prevention of Cruelty towards Animals against animals. So there is a law in India which is though it is not very strong. Just today only I was reading a news that a stronger punishment should be given for animal cruelty. Is there is a likely
Oh.
chance that it may get passed in the parliament. Okay, but right
Oh.
now in olden days the law was passed in the act was passed in 1960. Okay, we are still using the same law. At that time, the case was like you hardly 50 rupees or 100 rupees fine. If you just hit a dog or beat a dog, there will be a 50 to 100 rupees fine. Yes, at that
Oh.
days, 50 and 100 rupees fine is very big thing,
Huge. Big
very
thing.
huge.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not. It's you can't get you can't buy anything with 50 rupees. Not
Yeah.
anything bigger. Okay, you can't
Yeah.
buy anything big in 50 rupees. So it is lesser than
Yeah.
what we daily use. Okay, that's why laws are there, but they should be regularly updated. It should be very strong, strict protocols. Though India is working very hard, we have many NGOs in India doing animal welfare, and people are aware.
I think it's giving some reminder about 30 10 seconds. Okay. Shall
Okay,
we
I think we
conclude
can.
or? Yeah,
Yes, man.
okay. Yeah, Pradeep, yeah,